What's up, it's your boy Chuckles back at it again. We got another review coming at you this time. I'd like to introduce you to our new rental guns, the Valken Mark I Alloy Series. Whoa. Here we go, you guys. We have the offering that we are testing these bad guys out. We have the Valken Alloy Series Mark Is. Now, initial impressions, it's pretty solid. It's got some decent weight to it. Very nice, but it's not way too over-encumbered for a CQB style platform. Perfect for in here, kind of what you're trying to go for. Just gonna go over what we have front to back. So up front you have a suppressor almost style orange tip. It's pretty big, it's bulky, but it's nothing horrible. It's not unsightly, kind of fits the kind of stubby look of the gun. It is 14mm counterclockwise underneath, however, which is fine. You have this metal key mod rail. It's aluminum, very nice. Very similar to like URX rails that you'll see out there. Is you have the Picatinny rails up front on the sides, the bottom, and the continued one on the upper. And then further back, you'll see the slots for key mods. You won't be able to fit like the PTS grips in there. You'd have to buy a segment because of just the way that the rail sits. You wouldn't be able to get it in. But even if you don't use it, it's still relatively comfortable in the hand. Big hands. You have the sights. You have your front and rear sights. They're replicas of the Magpul, whatever you want to say, the M-buses that aren't M-buses. But they look really nice. They're adjustable for windage and elevation. Controls on it are decently stiff, so when you need to adjust it and you don't want it to go anywhere, it won't go anywhere. Ooh. Next up, moving back, you have the aluminum receiver. This thing is really solid. On the left side, it does have the Valken tactical marking with a unique serial number, which I think is pretty cool. Very nice. This looks clean. Everybody kind of likes having that feel of their own look. You have the warning on the other side of the mag well. Not too big of a deal, but pretty nice. You have the bolt, which is actually a functioning bolt catch. You have the bolt. Now the bolt locks back, so now when you're on the field, it's always nice if you're in the middle of a firefight and you need to adjust on the fly, but you don't want to have to hold it back, adjust it, close, shoot. That's the good thing that bolt catches are really good for. But it seems really solid. Got a nice little click right there, let you know that that thing's riding forward. They're pretty stoked that they have a one-piece hop-up, which is pretty much standard with all Valken rifles anyways. But I don't know why that's something that needs to be super advertised, just because it's like an industry standard. But even with that, the Valken hop-ups have the tendency to be reasonably solid, and so do their buckings as well. So then everything else on the body is pretty much standard. Standard A2 style pistol grip, same kind of screw push for the motor, standard looking trigger, nothing really special about that. The cool thing that this does have though is it has the ETU, so it has an electronic micro switch trigger. So this thing's pretty nice. It'll always, just about always cycle the gun. So and you can tell, you can hear when the gun is going to fire. So then you know, even when you're firing, you're just like, am I firing or am I hitting it too lightly? Which is nice. The selector really locks into place very solidly, and even if you accidentally hit it, won't go anywhere. Just locks nice, safe, semi-auto, really nice. Moving on to the magazine. Here you have a 350 round flash mag style magazine. The finish on it seems reasonably nice. It feels a lot smoother. Nothing too abrasive, so as most flash mags as you do. Pop out the bottom, nice windy wheel. The Valken flash mags are actually surprisingly high quality. I've seen them fail less than most other high capacity mags or flash mags on the market, but they do a really good job into the magazine. Just takes a little bit of a nice little push, but once you get it in there, it's reasonably solid, but it does move around and it'll click. But it's a metal magazine, it's a metal receiver, so it's going to make some noise. So the mag, as I said, it's a flash mag, so what that means is that it has this little knob you have to grab here. It's texturized a little bit, so it'll be easier to grab, but you just pull that wire. So you pull it gently, but firmly, about 5 times. That'll load the entire, if not give or take a few shots, magazine, so that you can just keep on firing and you don't have to worry about winding for 20 minutes. Boom. So moving back, you have a sling mount, which is actually pretty cool. Even a lot of intermediate level rifles don't have anything for their sling, or they have a sling mount that just is really kind of proprietary or very specific for what kind of a sling you can run. So this is good, and you have a sling on left and right side. Pretty swanky. Next, moving back, you have a mil-spec buffer tube here. So then, now the crane stock on it, standard, it'll fit standard 9.6, 11.1 batteries, pretty nice, 7.4s, whatever you kind of want to do as long as it's the split type, but you have to be careful because there's not necessarily a lot of clearance. So then you're just going to push these two tabs in together, pull that off, pull out the cover. The problem, like I said, is up here at the top where you can access the buffer tube. It'd be nice if I could put like a stick type battery in it, but the problem is that there's just not enough space to fit a battery in there, and even the wiring sometimes is a little hard to push in, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Another cool feature that this has is in the same style of the Crytek and the Avalon series rifles. You get the quick change spring guide. So what that means is you have to take the gearbox out of the gun, you access the back with an Allen key, whatever, push it in, push it out, swap the spring, put it back in, boom, you're good to go. So, yes. Also, this thing has a 6.03 Type bore barrel right out the gate, which is one of the upgrades that you're going to want to make right out the bat. Normally, that's one of the first upgrades I make when I purchase a new gun. So that's definitely going to be something that will give you a leg up on that competition out there going. But that's enough of me talking to you guys. Let's take this on over to the Chrono booth, see what kind of results we can get. Alright guys, we're in the shooting booth. Got the Valken alloy, got a mag filled up, wound up all the way. We'll see how long I can rip this thing. Let's try some shots on semi. Trigger response is bad. Let's try ripping it. Had a decent bit of them. Let's see how many more we can get. That's not bad. Most impressive. As you guys saw from the Chrono test, what we have here is shooting about 325 to 330 feet per second, which is perfect for your indoor, close quarters CQB gun. The rate of fire that we saw is 14 to 15 rounds per second, which is pretty admirable among intermediate level rifles as far as they normally go. And that's the rate of fire is with an 11.1 LiPo. Normally you'll be using pretty much a 9.6 for the most part. It doesn't have a MOSFET. It does have low resistance wiring, but there's no MOSFET to protect it, so you'll wear out your internals a lot quicker. Good thing is that the internals are really high quality, a lot of SHS parts, so you know that it's definitely going to be pretty fresh. Final thoughts. These guns, as I said, are going to be our brand new rentals. I'm kind of excited to see how they go. We haven't really used them. We just got them in. I just wanted to do a quick review on these guys, see what kind of I was getting us. Just so we could see what we were getting ourselves into. Definitely going to be something to check out. Might think about bringing this in maybe wholesale. If you guys are interested in this thing, let us know. We can get that in here for you guys. But if you want a perfect CQB gun, it already has a couple internal upgrades, Type bores, nicer motor, gears, reinforced pistons, ported piston head, all those things. Has a little bit nicer internals than you standardly would. Then definitely come check this thing out. Valken alloy Mark 1. The thing's pretty sweet. Electronic trigger unit's good. There's a lot of reasons to buy this thing, and I haven't found any reasons yet to not buy it, but we'll see in a couple of weeks, dog. We'll see how they hold up. This also does include a 1-year bulletproof warranty. That obviously applies to the internals. We haven't had to RMA necessarily a lot of Valken guns yet, but we're going to definitely see how much that's going to be worth. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Just want to make sure that you guys know. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like this video. Comment in the description below if you'd pick up a rental for a day just to run this thing, or if you might run this thing separately. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Check out our website. All of our upcoming events, you'll be able to see them. Other than that, it's your boy Chuckles here, and we'll see you guys this weekend. Woo! Okay, I'm going.